Hi guys. So today I'm going to be talking about how Ireland really changed my life. So since I moved to Ireland 13 years ago, it's been the best time of my life. So stay to the end of the video to see everything and to know how Ireland actually changed my life for good. I'm gonna go through the video about all the good, the bad, every single stuff that happened to me in the past 13 years of living in Ireland and why Ireland changed my life for good. So yeah, as you all know, I was born in Africa, specifically in Cameroon. And in Cameroon, primary school, nursing school, secondary school, every single education in Cameroon is paid by yourself. So the educational system in Cameroon isn't free. So every single one have to go through education. But in order to go through education in Cameroon, your family has to be loaded to pay for your primary, secondary school, and even your university. But when I moved to Ireland, surprisingly, education is completely free from primary, secondary, and even university if you've got all of your papers. That's if you've got the right visa to stay in that country. So when I moved to Ireland, I had every single paper that I needed. I moved by family reunification. As one of my videos, I talked about how to get family reunification. I'm going to link it just there. So I moved to Ireland by family reunification, so I had all of my papers. I went to secondary school in Ireland, which was free, which wasn't the case back home in Cameroon. So I went to secondary school education in Ireland, then I went to university. So through my primary and secondary school time in Ireland, I didn't have any part-time job. I didn't have any job. So when I finished my secondary school in Ireland, I got my first job. Yeah, and my first job wasn't the big job that you guys might think of. Like, my first job I got was working in a shop known as Tesco. So I was a cleaner actually. My first ever job was a cleaner. So I was scrubbing toilet, both male, female toilet. So what I'm about to say in this video is really crucial. Never laugh at someone at a certain age of your life. So I remember when I was scrubbing toilet and stuff, and like there were some people that were like, "Oh yeah, look at the type of job you're doing at the moment." But never you joke or laugh at someone because they do like some type of jobs that you think is inferior to what you're doing at that time, because you never know where the person is going to be in the future. So yeah, I was a cleaning contractor. That was the name of the company. So we're literally just cleaning different shops. I would do night shift cleaning the shops at 4 a.m. before the shops open at 6 a.m. in the morning for people to come in and buy stuff. So that was the first ever job I did in Ireland, and I did that for 6 months. Then I took a year out because I had some family issues. Then I moved to Cork and I went to the university. So when I was in the university, I spent 5 years in Cork going to the university studying neuroscience, which is what most people don't know about me. So I'm actually a neuroscientist. I study one of the hardest courses you could ever think of in Ireland. So I studied neuroscience for 4 years, and while studying neuroscience, I was working full-time. So studying full-time and working full-time in a shop called Centra, that if you live in Ireland, you know what that shop looks like. So I was working in Centra throughout my postgrad and also my undergrad. So undergrad is 4 years in Ireland. In different countries like in England it's 3 years. So I did 4 years of undergrad in UCC, where I was working part-time in a shop. I was shelving the shop, working on the tills. I was basically doing everything you can do in the supermarket in that shop. So that was one of my longest jobs that I've ever had in Ireland. So when I was in that job, I wasn't earning that much. When I was doing my cleaning job, I was earning just minimum wage of €8.50, I think, back then. That's €8.50 an hour. Then when I started doing this job, I was earning like €9. Then I did it 5 years, so I moved up from €9 to €13 an hour by the time I left that job during COVID in 2020. So this is just to tell you how Ireland has been. So, and by doing all of this, I applied for my Irish nationality, which is an Irish passport, and I got it. And when you have an Irish passport or an EU passport, you can travel to all the European countries. Irish passport is one of the top 10 passports to have in the world anyways, because you can go to I think 196 country visa free, so you can literally just book your flight and go. It doesn't matter if the country is in the US, it doesn't matter if it's in Africa, because with your Irish passport you can get e-visa. You can get an e-visa in a lot of African countries. For example, you can get an e-visa with an Irish passport to go to South Africa. You just get in the country and get an e-visa, and that's it. Same with Australia and every other continent you could think of. The way I was in college, my last few years, I applied, I did all the application form by myself. It took a long time to get it. I think it took me like 10 to 11 months to get it, like maybe 12 months to get it. And it took a lot of money, but I had a part-time job, which was a full-time job for me, so I could pay for that. So it probably cost me like 2,000 or 3,000 euros to get my Irish passport. Once I got the Irish passport, I could travel everywhere in the EU, and I could work everywhere in the EU. So I've always thinking of working in like Denmark, all those Scandinavian countries. I've always thinking of working in Switzerland and in a lot of different countries. And I knew I needed experience to do it. So when I finished my undergrad, I did a postgrad, which was just 1 year in Ireland. The postgrad is a master's. So I did my master's in biotech, and while doing my master's in biotech, I fell in love with a beautiful Irish woman, which at the moment I have a case with. We are not married yet, but maybe in the future we're gonna get married. Yeah, I'm a dad of a beautiful daughter called Phoenix Rose. And when I finished my master's, I got my first professional job. I was working in Sligo, which is, I said it in another video, so I had to travel like 7 hours from Cork to get to Sligo. I did my internship there, then they kept me after the internship. Then after that, I got another job in a different place in Ireland called Limerick. So I moved from Sligo to Limerick, which wasn't that far. It was probably like 3 or 4 hours to get there. Then I got to Limerick, I worked for a year. Then my girlfriend, which is my partner now, was about to give birth, so I had to make a crucial decision. So I had to move from where I was to Cork to stay with her. Then I got another job. This is all in the space of 2 years. I got 3 jobs in 2 years. Yeah, I know it's not good now moving from one company to the other, but just a tip that I'm going to give anyone thinking of moving to Ireland: never move jobs if you're not going one step above. Every single job I've done in my life in this country, in Ireland, has always been a step above. So when I was in Sligo, I did internship. After my internship, I went a step above, and I was a specialist. After that, I went a step above. It wasn't a step above, but I learned a lot in the last company that I was. So, and every single company I was moving, my salary was going up. So I started with 8.50 as minimum wage. I went up to 9 euros as minimum wage. Then I won my next job, jumped from 9 euros an hour to 18 euros an hour. Then the last job I just quit a couple of days ago was 25 euros an hour. So imagine, just in the space of 2 years, just keep working on yourself and just keep climbing the ladders to like earning 65,000 euros annually just for doing what you love doing. Like, I just go to work, and that's annually. Then you have all of the perks. You have like the benefit, like the health insurance. You have the stock that you get for free. You have the bonus, 8%, 10%, depending on how good you've been that year. So all of this, while loving life, while traveling, I've traveled a lot with my Irish passport. I've been to a lot of European countries. I'm still planning of traveling a lot in the next couple of years to come with my partner and my daughter. So Ireland have given me everything I've always wished for. I know I've done videos about the negative stuff in Ireland. It's not just Ireland, every single country you live in this world always have pros and cons, and that's the case with Ireland as well. There's like good stuff and bad stuff. So I do, like, most of the people that watch my videos are usually foreigners, so I have to tell them all the good and the bad. So don't expect to come to paradise if you're coming to Ireland, but it might be paradise compared to the country you're coming from. So yeah, I've learned a lot in Ireland. I've met a lot of people I would never forget in my life, and there's a good news or maybe a bad news coming up in the next couple of videos that I'm going to announce something very important in my life. So I'm planning to do a revamp. I'm planning to change some stuff in my life. There's a lot of stuff I'm working in. I'm someone that always love like a new challenge. I love traveling. I love doing something that's modern. I just love something that I know I can do it if I put my mind in it. So Ireland have given me everything. I got my first car in Ireland. I got my first driver's license. I got my first girlfriend in Ireland. I got my first and only kid or child at the moment, my only daughter. I got my first job in Ireland. I got my first salary in Ireland. I got my first kiss in Ireland. I got my first most stuff in Ireland. So yeah, Ireland is just a country that I can never forget in my life. And at the moment, I'm Irish. I hold an Irish passport. Yeah, and a lot of people have been saying that I don't have an Irish accent, even though I've been living in Ireland for so long. I used to, but I just stopped using it. I used to use all the Dublin accent and all of that. Then I was like, what's the point? I'm African and Irish at the same time. So why not just mix your two accents and come up with your one? Don't try to like copy people the way they speak. My girlfriend is 100% Irish and her accent is way different from mine. And I know some black people, some foreigners that moved to Ireland just like a couple of years ago that have like perfect Irish accent. I can do a nice accent when I want and if I want, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. I love my accent. I love who I am. I love the people that associate themselves with me. I love everything about my life, and I'm just loving life. I think 2023 is going to be a great year for everyone watching my videos, for everyone that have been asking me questions about moving to Ireland, about the good stuff about Ireland, the bad stuff about Ireland. I wish you all the best. Don't give up if you're planning to come to Ireland. Don't give up. Don't give up if you're planning to travel to any country anyways, not just Ireland. There's a lot of different countries. I know it's harder when you're African or you're from Southern America and all those countries that don't have the privilege or that don't have the privilege to travel to all of these countries, but don't give up. Keep trying and you make it. Today wasn't an educative video, it was just a video just appreciating what Ireland have done for me in the past 13 years of living in Ireland. So thanks a million for watching, and thanks for all of the comments. My channel have been growing a lot in the past couple of weeks, even though I don't post that much. So thanks for everyone that have been watching my video. Thanks for the good comment, the bad comment, the racist comment, the comment of encouragement, the comment of everything. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao, peace.